Hello friends, today are going to know how to solve a stress pivot 2D problem, and it's not that much difficulty. It's completely depend on mathematics. So let's see. Find missing observations. So we have observations of n plus m six-sided dice roll with each face number from 1 to 6. N of observations went missing, and we only have the observations of m rolls. We have also calculated the average values of the n plus m rows. We are given by an integer array rows of length m, where roll I is the value of ith observation. We are also given the two integers mean and n. Return an array of length n containing the missing observation such that the average value of the n plus m rows is exactly mean. If there are multiple valid answers, return any one of them. In If no such array exists, then we have to return empty array. Average value of set of k numbers is the sum of the numbers divided by k. So this is just the average definition, which we already know. Note mean is an integer, so sum of m plus n rows should be divided by n plus m value. Okay, and yes, I think you understand the question. Let's see how can we solve this question. Here the input is like this. So uh, we have imagine this is an m set, and we have n set. So the m set values are already given. We don't know the what are the values which are present inside these n set, and but we know the mean of these m and m set. So which is nothing but sum of elements which are present in the m set plus sum of elements which are present in the n set divided by total number of elements of both m set and n set. So which is he given mean. So which is given in the question itself. So and we know the number of elements which is presenting in the unknown element set. So which is 2. So what we know is this value sum of elements of m set, and this value uh, I mean total number of elements of n set, and this mean value. So and this is nothing but the total number of elements of m set, which we can get because we have that this array, right? So we just have to find the length of that array, and which so this value is not. So but we don't know this value. What is the sum of elements of this n set? So yes, the if we observe this question carefully, this is just appears as an equation. So and this is a subject which we don't know, but in equation LHS is equal to RHS. So we rewrite this equation as sum of elements of unknown set is equal to mean into this total number of elements of both m set and n set. I written as a t. I write it as t, and sum of elements of m. So as it shifted from left hand side to the right hand side, so it got the value minus instead of plus value changes into the minus value, right? Sum of elements of m set. So this is the equation. We already know the values of t and mean and sum of elements of m. So we simply get these how many I mean sum of the elements of these unknown set, but we have to return we have to return an array of unknown integers, right? So return an array of length n containing the missing observation such that average value of these n plus m rows is exactly mean. So we have to return the what are the values present inside this set such that the sum of these n set value and m set value have to be this mean, then only LHS is equal to RHS. That equation is satisfied, right? So up to here, we can solve by mathematics. Yes, the code is just contains these terminology, so which is not confusing that much. And then after, I mean, after getting the total number of what are the total, I mean, some of the elements of these n set of length 2, we have to know. So exactly what are the elements which are present inside the these n set. So for that, uh, we first we have to know whether the sum of n set values is inside the means inside the boundary. So if it is not, then we have to return an empty array. So how to find yes, the sum of the values are actually some of the elements of missing array values are actually inside the limit. So the in the question, he told that six-sided dice roll with each face numbered from 1 to 6. So we have six-sided dice roll. So I think it is not possible to shown here because it's a 3D image. Imagine it contains 1, 2, and backside 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. This is six-sided dice. So we have to roll, and it contains the digits from 1 to 6, right? So if you rotate this array, you can get from 1 to 6 digits, and if I rotate this array, even I can get the same digits, but I don't know what digit I can get, right? So but the maximum value which I can get is number 6, but we perform this operation in n times. So he said that n of the observations went missing. So that means we actually perform the operation. I mean, rotating a die in n number of times. So the maximum value that I can get is n into 6, right? So if I rotate it 2 times, in the worst case, I can get 12. 12 is the sum of my value, right? So I think you understand. So it's important to check whether the sum of the missing value and set is less than or equal to this uh, yes, less than or equal to this n into 6, because these n because these n into 6 are the actual higher limit of the elements which I can get, higher element of the limit I can get. So it has to be I mean, it has to be greater than or equal to the sum of the digits which I can get, right? And these sum of the digits, then what is the lower limit? So if you can get 1, right? So because this 6 is the largest value. In worst case, you can get 6 as an output. In how many times you can roll? How many times you can roll the dice? Like in the best case, if you roll the die in n number of times and you can get 1 as n times, so that's the best case. So then you can get the probable output like n times. If I say n is equal to 4, so my output is 1 1 1 1, which is equal to 4. So I mean, n is equal to how many times I roll the die. That n is actually equal to sum of sum of my missing set values. So the sum of missing set values, it has to be less than or equal to, there is no need to less than, it has to be equal to these n set value. It is true. If it is greater than this n set value, oh, it is false, we have to return an empty set. So that's the worst case, which where we have to send an empty array, right? And now, so we can move to the next part of the solution. So like how can we find the values which we have to return? We know its total sum 6 plus is equal to 12, right? So but how can we find the value? So it's pretty simple. we just have to do another basic mathematical equation. What we have is the total. So total elements of, I mean, total unknown set elements, and we have to arrange them in a vector where we have to return such that the mean value of these n, I mean, m set elements along with the m set elements has to be given mean, right? So to arrange this, I can simply divide my total. If I say my total have, like, we can observe this question again. So the total, if I say here 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 15, right? And then mean value is equal to 4. So I can erase this. So total value is equal to 15, and the mean, I mean, sum of elements of m set, I can write it as s of m, is equal to, he gave the mean value is 4. So 4 into total number of elements of these m. How many elements? 2. So 2 into total number of these m set elements. Don't be confused. This is an n, sum of n, and this is sum of m. We already find it. So which is equal to 3 and 4. So total number of elements of these rows is equal to 4, and 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 6 4 is equal to 24. So and we get 24 minus. So which is equal to is it 15? So which is equal to 9. So sum of elements of our missing set value is equal to 9. Now we have to know the elements of these 9 elements. So for that we just have to divide these 9. That's the total number of elements, right? With how many elements does it contain? Size, which is equal to 2. So 2 4s are 8 is equal to 9. So the remainder is equal to 1. 9, 4. Let me check the sum of m set values again. So 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 3 is equal to 12, right? So this is not equal to 15, this is 12. So 24 minus 12 is equal to 12. So what we have to do, we just have to divide that 12 with how many values we have. I mean, total number of elements which is present in the unknown set is equal to 2. So for that, 2 to 6 12, right? So 0. Here the remainder is equal to 0 and the coefficient is equal to 6. So for that we just have to add that coefficient element up to the divisor number of times. So divisor number of times is equal to 2. So the set is equal to 6 6, right? So let us write on the second sum. So which is 1 5 6. 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So we have 12, and then sum of n set values. So imagine this is n, not n. So sum of n set value, which is equal to, and what is the mean here? 3. So 3 into total number of values of both m and n sets, which is equal to 3, and plus 4, which is equal to 7. So, and yes, that's it. And then which is equal to 21, and just shift this value to this side. So 21 minus 12, so which is equal to 9. 9, right? So 11 minus 2 is equal to 9. That's right, 9. So now what we have to do, we just have to divide these sum of n set elements with total number of n set elements. Total number of n set element is what he gave. He given that total number of n set value is 4. So 4. So 4 2's 8, and yeah, 1 is the remainder. So that means here we have the remainder. So but we have the coefficient value. So what we know, we just have to make the array of size total number of n set values. So it's 1 2 and 3 and 4. So like index, I can write the index here. 2 and 3. So but here total size is equal to 4, right? So and we just put the coefficient values here. So this is our set, but here I can get the reminder. So I have to add this reminder also. uh, uh, we can add it anywhere, like as the reminder is only one, so add it to this place. So now we can get the array 3 2 2 2. We may can add it to another position like 2 3 2 2, or 2 2 3 2, or 2 2 2 and 3. But these are all the possible ways of answer, which is already told in the question. So like return any one of them. We have to return any one of them. If there are multiple valid answers, we have to return one of them. So that's the one of the multiple answer, right? So now we can see the code. Yes. So as I told you first, there is no need to use these lines. It is to get the faster input and output access in C++. So whatever it. So first we have to find the total number of n set values which he given, because we already have this n set, which is nothing but rules. So for this, I'm taking a variable, and I have to write a for loop on these rows. I have to add each and every element of the rows, so I can get the total number of elements in uh, in rows, right? And then like I can write it as sum of n. So sum of n and sum of n. Okay, now we have sum of n set values, and the size of the m set, so it is m, right? So m, now the size of the m set is the rows dot size. Now total size is equal to, we have the unknown set size plus known set size, then we know the total size, which is equal to n plus m. And then so this is the formula which I've written earlier, so which is used to find the total sum of, I mean sum of n set values. Understand? Sum of n set value is equal to mean into total length into sum of m set values, right? So now we have the sum. So now we have to check the whether the sum is actually inside the boundary or not. So how can we check? So the maximum value when array dice, which contains 6 phases, yes, is n into 6. So that is actually, if that is less than the sum which I can get, which is nothing but sum of n set, so then it is in a out of boundary condition. and the maximum sum of if that sum is actually less than the size of n, so then also it is lower bound condition. We are out of the lower bound condition, right? So we have to return an empty array. So if it is not, then we have to write the elements. What are the possible elements inside the array? For that, I have to divide at the array, and I have to add the coefficient to q and add the remainder to rem integer, right? So here we change the name, right? So sum of n set array and the sum of n set array. Okay, yes. And then we have to initialize of size. What is the size of our unknown set? N. So we have to take a vector of size of n, and we have to fill it with the remainder, sorry, the coefficient value, because the probably the remainder may be 0 sometimes. So we have to fill it with the coefficient values. Okay, and then if the remainder is exist, then we have to add +1 to the vector element, then we have to return that array. In the dry run we only told that reminder is 1. So this for loop only runs one time. If the reminder is 2, we have to add that reminder value, which is 1, to 2 elements of the array, such that then only we can get the mean when we add those two sets. Exactly, when we do average operation on those two sets. right? So let us run this code.